guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show y'all how to do a true crime full water slide wrap tumbler with some blood, so to speak, splashed on it and drips coming down. There's a lot of people out there who are very interested in true crime. I'm one of them. I know it sounds weird. I don't like that it happened, of course, but just the psychological aspect of it, because I am in school for psychology. Just like, I would love to be a forensic psychologist. I think that would be amazing. So the psychological aspect of it is what I'm interested in. And also we have a sponsor for this video. This video is sponsored by Hiipoo. This is a water slide sublimation ink. They got all kinds of stuff. You can find them on Amazon, which is perfect for me because everything I get is from Amazon. Sent me this clear water slide paper, and I am going to be using it for the first time for this tumbler, and I'm also going to do a completely honest review because y'all know I want to be upfront and honest with you. And I'm going to give you a little trick to repurpose any sublimation tumblers that you may have messed up like I did, because that's what I'm using for this video. For this video, I'm using a skinny, straight sublimation tumbler that I very badly messed up. It would have been super cute if that wouldn't have ghosted. I think I cooked it too long. The seam isn't really that bad even, so I did okay on that part, but it just doesn't look good at all. So I'm going to repurpose it and turn it into an epoxy tumbler rather than just throw it away. So to start, I'm going to spray paint it. It's probably going to take a couple coats of white spray paint from Rust-Oleum. Let that completely dry, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys the image that I got from Etsy for this tumbler. You guys are not going to believe what happened to me. I mean, if it's going to happen to anybody, it would happen to me, so I guess I'm not surprised. But if you did not see in my community post on here last night, I was going to have this video up and ready yesterday, Tuesday, the 13th, right? And I put my memory card in my laptop, and the only video that I have is like the intro to this video. And like nothing is there, nothing. So everything that I had recorded and taken photos of in the last 2 days were gone. Somehow, I have no idea how. And I know it's not because I forgot to press record, because if I forget to press record after like 10 seconds, the screen goes black. And I'm looking at myself right now. So I would have noticed that. And I took a photo of the finished tumbler and looked at it and was like, okay, that's a good picture, that'll work. And then I go inside and it just everything's gone. So super weird. I don't understand what happened. So what I'm going to do, I have the finished tumbler over here. I'm not going to show you guys yet, but I painted another tumbler, and then I printed out the image again, and I am going to do everything up to the point of epoxy, and then that's when I'll show you the tumbler that's actually finished. So I'll have 2 of these bad boys, and I'll have them up on my website, Courtney'sCustomsCo.com, if you want to go check it out. Got a bunch of stuff on there right now. But yeah, so here we go. Let's do this again. So the image that I'm using is this. It is like a bunch of newspaper clippings put into a collage of well-known serial killers, and this is the weirdest video I've ever made, so you're welcome. I have listened to all of these stories either on podcasts or Bailey's. You think if I send this tumbler to Bailey Sarian, she'll notice me? She would probably love it. I think I might. Surely to God she's got like some kind of P.O Box or something for fan mail. Oh, I'm gonna have to send her this tumbler. But I got this on Etsy. I will make sure to put the link down in the description. I've already sealed it with my 2x Rust-Oleum clear, and now I am just waiting for my second tumbler over here to dry. I did use another sublimation tumbler that I messed up. This one was actually very pretty, but I didn't mirror it, so it's backwards. So, I spray painted over it, and using it for this. Okay, so now while that is drying, I'm going to mix up my Mod Podge and Cornstarch so I can get these drips going. So, I'm I'm going to pour some Mod Podge into my cup here. And before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and tint it. This is Cardinal Crimson from Apple Barrel, but I have realized that it is too bright of a red, so I'm trying to like dull it out a little bit. This is dark gray, also from Apple Barrel, and I am just putting just a little bit to try to make it not such a bright, pretty red and more of like a darker red. You can add more as you go if you see that it needs some more. Pretty much just play around with it until you get the shade that you're wanting if you don't have that exact shade. Now that I have the color I'm looking for, I'm going to go ahead and start slowly adding some cornstarch. I don't have a spoon or anything out here, so I'm just scooping some up on a popsicle stick. And I always like to test it by scraping it on the side of whatever cup I'm mixing it in. And that is still dripping too quick. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. It shouldn't take too much more. Alright, that looks good. So, now I'm going to bring in my tumbler here. Get some on the edge of my popsicle stick. And start applying it to the tumbler. I like to dab it all the way around first, so I have the whole rim covered before I start doing the drips. And now I can start going around and adding the drips where I want to. I'm just getting a big glob on the end and scraping it. And just like I did when I filmed this originally yesterday, I decided to not make the drips look like perfect clean drips because of the theme of this tumbler. So I took the side of my popsicle stick and just kind of made it a little messy. Then I also went around and just kind of tapped to get some around it like that as well. Now I am going to do some blood splatters. So now I have this really rough brush that I use for my wood grains and the Cardinal Crimson acrylic paint that I used earlier. So I'm going to squirt some of this on a piece of parchment paper, dip my paintbrush in it, and then use my finger to flick it. So this is what it looks like now. The only thing left to do is epoxy, which I do plan on doing, but I will go ahead and show you the finished tumbler from yesterday's video, the original one. So this is what it looks like with epoxy on it. So here we go. Now I've got two of them. I'll be letting this paint over here dry before I move on to epoxying, but this is the finished look from the tumbler. I really like it. I know this is a very different video from what I normally do with the prettiness and the glitter and all that stuff, but I like it. When it comes to the Hiipoo Waterslide Paper overall, I really like it. Like, I've never used it before up until I made these tumblers, and it works so different. Like it doesn't take nearly as long as other water slide papers that I've used to soak in water and be ready to go. Like it took like 20 seconds, maybe not even that, to soak a full piece of water slide paper and it be ready to go to wrap around a tumbler. So I was really impressed. I really like it, and that's being completely honest. I will put a link for the Hiipoo Waterslide Paper up in my description so you guys can go see that. It's on Amazon. Perfect. I love it. So go check it out. And even with all of the different vibes from this video, I still have y'all's cup of positivity for the day. And today's quote is, "Problems are not stop signs, they are guidelines." That was said by Robert Schuller. That is all I have for you guys today. Sorry you're not seeing the one that you watched me work on under epoxy, but it's the same thing. So I have no idea how that happened. It's super weird. Hope it never happens again. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!